Hey everyone, I'm here with a quick video on this Diddy sentencing, which is happening tomorrow. Listen, this sentencing is going to be, oh, what a show in that courtroom. Why? Because rightfully so, you hire a lawyer to fight for your life, okay? Diddy's lawyers, the defense team, they coming out strong. And the prosecutors, because they pissed that they pretty much, you know what? I'm gonna say they took an L when it came to the trial because they did not get him convicted on the more serious charges. So they kind of took an L. So now they're pissed and they want these two Mann Act charges for him to do the most time, which is insane. When, like I said before, there are people that take someone's life and don't even face that much time sometimes. But Gina, who the prosecutors listed as victim number 3, she's coming out saying that one, they forced me to be victim number 3, and I was not in agreement with it. Let me share a screen because we got to get more into this story. It's very interesting. So Diddy sentencing, Gina blasts the prosecutors. They pressured me to become victim number 3. So Diddy is getting even more support from the woman who was supposed to testify against him at his federal criminal trial ahead of his sentencing tomorrow for his Mann Act convictions. Virginia, better known as Gina during Diddy's trial, wrote a letter to the judge on behalf of Diddy, blasting prosecutors for pressuring her into becoming victim 3 in the indictment. As you know, Diddy was found guilty in July on 2 counts of the Mann Act, illegally transporting individuals across state lines for the purpose of the P word. In her letter, Gina says she fully cooperated with prosecutors, sitting down with them 3 times and answering all of their questions. She says she turned over every stitch of evidence, notably photos, videos, and text messages. Boy, ain't that something? Ain't that something? Let's continue. Gina says she felt pressured by prosecutors to play the role of a victim, even when she told them she was not a Diddy victim. But Gina says the prosecutors kept insisting she was, saying she had been trafficked and forced into P by the music mogul. Yet in the letter, Gina stands firm in her belief. She was never trafficked, nor did she ever engage in P with Diddy or anyone else. And Gina says she would have testified to her truth if she had been called to the witness stands. You may recall Gina was going to testify for the prosecution, but prosecutors told the court before the trial started they lost touch with Gina and her attorney. She later penned a letter under her real name asking the judge to release Diddy on bail. Diddy's sentencing is scheduled for 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow the 3rd. Now let me back this up, okay? Because so many people they love to get crazy in my comments when I do these videos regarding this case. One person said, "Oh, what are you trying to do? Get Diddy to recognize you?" And I said, people have got to be the most foolish and ridiculous that I ever seen. First of all, when I do my channel and when I do my trending topics and when I do these short stories, is exactly that. It's a topic that is out there. And that's why 99.9% of the time I have an article. And then the reason why I show you the article first and then I talk is for the simple fact that you know that I'm not making this up. I didn't pull this out the bag. I'm not trying to do clickbait. I'm not trying to just make up a story so I could get clicks and views. And first of all, that person that wrote that comment to me the other day, if I really wanted money, clicks, and views, it wouldn't be me trying to get the attention of any celebrity. I would just simply have to go with the flow in the way what everybody is in more agreement with, and then do a nice clickbait title, and then boom, I would take off and I would have a ton of views. And that's not what ever happens here on my channel. Most of the time, the people that are listening to me and are under me, they don't even agree with me all the time. Sometimes they be like, "Diva girl, you crazy, you on the train by yourself this time." And they have their opinion, I have mine, but they just happen to like me, love me, whatever, and follow me. And then, we're all, just here chatting together about a subject, right? So if I really wanted money, clicks, views, There's a way to do it. The formula was already written right before I came on YouTube. And that formula is you do a clickbait title. Okay. You do a whole lot of talking before you get into the subject. And then you get into the subject and it don't got nothing to do with your title, but people already clicked, invested, and you got a like, a view, and whatever. So that's not what I do. So, and that this doesn't mean I'm always right, but what I do is I try to take the subject, break it down, remove my feelings from it, and go by the subject at hand. So again, I told y'all from the beginning that this Diddy trial was a circus, and I gave y'all the reasons why. And now, whether or not we want to say Gina is a victim or not, the point is Gina is saying she's not a victim, right? Out of her own words and her own mouth. She's saying that she is not a victim. So with that being said, the prosecutors, in my mind, if we want to roll with what Gina is saying, they lied once again. They told us, because they listed her as victim number 3, knowing that out of her own mouth, this girl said from the beginning that she was nobody's victim. And they left her in the indictment as victim number 3. And they told the judge that she was lost. We couldn't find her. We lost touch with her. We lost touch with her lawyer. When she said they spoke to her 3 times, and each and every time she told them, I'm nobody's victim. Nobody trafficked me. Nobody forced me into pee. And she said, I gave them all kinds of photos, videos, and whatever. The prosecution knew from the door that they had no case against Diddy, and they made people testify and lie. And Gina is saying, no, it wasn't me. And now Gina is writing a letter. This is somebody who is supposed to be victim number 3, saying, listen, set Diddy free. This case has been an absolute hot, stinking mess. I believe what Gina is saying, because there was other people that got on that stand and pretty much said they were forced to come here and speak. Kid Cudi said it. He got the subpoena. He said he never wanted to come and testify, but he said he got the subpoena more than once. Listen, I know a lot of people, they're pissed. They're like, Diddy's a devil. I can't stand him. I hate him. He did this. He did that. He did whatever. But when you go to court and you're found guilty of something, the judge is tasked with giving you a sentence based upon what you were guilty for, not based upon people's feelings because you did this, that in the past, and because we know this and we know that. Now, because you was found guilty of this, we should throw the book at you based upon all this other stuff. You got the prosecutors, victim number 3, saying, I was never a victim. They never wanted me on that stand. And this man should not be doing all this time. Listen, guys, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. Everybody, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you on the next video.